An increasingly controversial topic in the United States today is gun control. This has stemmed from the Second Amendment, the right to bear arms.
The Second Amendment of the Constitution was created to protect the people. In case the government became too powerful, the people would have the opportunity to strike down an oppressive government.
This provision of the Constitution was ratified in 1791. The right to bear arms was so important to the Founding Fathers, they included it in the first 10 amendments of our nation.
It was placed in the Constitution in part as a marker of the possibility of what has to be admitted is the violent overthrow of an oppressive government.
Behind the words of this seemingly simple statement,
The right to bear arms,
Lies hundreds of years of complex arguments ranging from all different perspectives.
how do you define the word arms?
how many guns should you be able to have?
How difficult should it be to get a gun?
Is the Second Amendment a necessary right?
The majority of our pro-gun factions consist of mostly conservatives. One such interest group is the NRA, the National Rifle Association.
You know, when the authorities can't protect you, they've got no business and no authority trying to deny you the right to protect yourself. It's
In defense of pro-gun advocates, respected founding fathers had much to say.
I ask, sir, what is the militia? It is the whole people. To disarm the people is the best and most effectual way to enslave them. The best we can help for, concerning the people at large, is that they be properly armed.
Firearms stand next in importance to the Constitution itself. They are the American people's liberty. An armed man is a citizen. A disarmed man is a subject.
Despite all of the shootings that have occurred worldwide, such as the one at Virginia Tech University in Blacksburg, Virginia, which killed 32 innocent students, some people still hold fast to their beliefs. Here's the opinion of a Virginia Tech student himself.
Yes, I do believe it is an individual right. The Second Amendment states that people have the right to bear arms, which basically means that any human being or any citizen of the United States is allowed to have a firearm. No, they have not. I was actually there for the second shooting that recently took place, and no, they haven't altered my opinion at all. In fact, they might have made my opinion stronger on the fact that I think people should have firearms. I think it's a good idea to own a firearm, and also I think that many colleges should look into allowing concealed weapons on campus. Basically, I think that if people are allowed to have concealed weapons on campuses, those people who are following the law most likely are just doing it for protection. So I think that that will enter into the minds of people who are going to be hostile. And so if they're entering a classroom or if they're entering a building and they're thinking, I want to bring in a gun and shoot someone in here, they may think twice about it because they may know, oh, someone else in here may have a gun for protection.
Pro-gun activist groups are very diverse. They're made up of hunters, gun collectors, conservatives, and even some liberals. But there's a whole nother side to this argument, and that is the anti-gun rights movement. December 6, 1989, in Canada, a man wanting to exact revenge on feminists kills 14 young women at a college in Montreal and then commits suicide.
March 13, 1996, in Britain, 16 children and their teacher were gunned down in Dunblane, Scotland. The killer commits suicide.
April 28, 1996, in Australia, a gunman kills 35 at Port Arthur on the island of Tasmania.
April 20th, 1999, in the United States, 2 high school students go on a rampage at Columbine High School, Littleton, Colorado, killing 12 students and a teacher before committing suicide.
April 3rd, 2009. In the United States, a man runs amok at a welcome center for immigrants in Binghamton, New York, killing 13.
On April 16, 2007, a student originally from Korea kills 32 people at Virginia Tech University, Blacksburg, Virginia.
Shootings like these and many others have served a huge role in the ongoing gun control debate. Anti-gun organizations point out these shootings as acts of violence that occurred strictly because guns are easily accessible. Paul Helmke is the president of one of the largest anti-gun organizations in America, the Brady Campaign to Prevent Gun Violence, and their mission statement is this: "We are devoted to creating an America free from gun violence, where all Americans are safe at home, at school, at work, and in our communities." In Michael Moore's film, Bowling for Columbine, he searches for the truths behind the notorious Columbine shootings. In it, he asks, why not use Gandhi's way? He didn't have guns, and he beat the British Empire. We've shown you one Virginia Tech student who was pro-gun before the shootings and after the shootings. Here's another student from the same school with a different opinion entirely.
No, I don't think that the Second Amendment is necessary. I feel like back when it was created in the Bill of Rights, like the state militias were needed to fight off the federal government if they got out of hand, and also to just to protect themselves personally. And nowadays, there's no need for that. There's no state militias or anything, and except for hunting, there's no real reason. If guns were illegal, nobody would need to protect themselves from guns. Yes, I'd say before the tech shootings, I was wavering kind of. I didn't really have too strong of an opinion, but after seeing the possibility somebody could have of harming so many people, it just makes more sense to make it illegal for citizens to have their own weapons. But I think that if the criminal was unable to obtain a handgun or any kind of weapon, then there would be no reason for anybody else to have one.
We've shown you the varying viewpoints about gun control.
So now it's time for you to decide.
To bear arms or not to bear arms? That is the question.
Luckily, we live in a nation where we are entitled to our own opinions.
So get educated, pick a side,
And get out there and express yourselves.
Thanks for watching!